the Weekend Science Update, here to bring you the latest and greatest science news, fresh off the press.
That's right. We have no idea what is coming up on this. So we are going to need your help. Our producers picked these out, and we're going to be reacting live to the science with you, with our professional scientific opinions.
That's right. And in order to do that, we're going to need your help. So as these headlines come on the screen, if we could get y'all's help in reading those out to us, we would greatly appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get into this first headline here.
Mushroom learns to crawl after being given robot body.
What was that first word?
Mushroom.
Mushroom. Say, learn to crawl after being given a robot body.
I mean, who's really impressed here? Seems like most things could move with a robot body.
That's right. They're getting a real... Most of the work's being done by the scientists here.
Yeah.
You know, we already know that the fungi can commandeer other insects' bodies. Like, they're not an insect, so they wouldn't be other. Sorry. They can commandeer insects' bodies and drive those around. The robot thing is just the same.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, the mushroom, the fungus, takes the ant and then takes it on a journey to infect other ants. In this case, as y'all said, the mushroom was given a robot body. There was no agency there. I could give a rock a robot body, I bet it would move.
That's right. I mean, when you think about it, there can be a lot of programming done on the robot side, and you don't have to worry about the whatever the the host is, right? Or the driver of that being. You know, I think about applications of this. Obviously, we can send these throughout the galaxy if we wanted to.
Yeah.
That is a positive aspect. But also, do we want the fungi from Earth to be the first contact?
Weird first impression, honestly.
They're going to meet the fungi and then get to us and be like, what is going on?
We were expecting more bumps.
Entirely different shape, terrible personality. They're going to be very disappointed. Honestly, the fungi are so much cooler. Let's go ahead and move on to the second. If y'all could read this out for us.
Animals that are least social may be the most innovative.
I mean, that's true for us too, isn't it?
It's the nerds that are doing the stuff because honestly, they don't have a whole lot of other time.
You're not wasting time trying to socialize.
You got so much extra time. Imagine, if you didn't have to go to sporting events. That's a lot of extra time. Right?
Yeah. Gophers. I was thinking actually of prairie dogs. But that's a good contrast. Prairie dogs, very social. What do? Dig holes. And they peek out. They haven't innovated the hole in a long time.
Gophers, they're doing that solo. They got a lot of time on their own. If you're watching out for an underground mammal, I would watch out for the gopher.
How many National Geographic shows have you seen on gophers?
None.
None. It's fucking bizarre. How many have you seen on prairie dogs?
None.
At least 3. Okay, you haven't been watching. But the rest of us, we have seen a lot of prairie dogs. And that's because prairie dog holes are very simple. Easy to navigate with a camera. Gophers, you don't know, we lose our cameras trying to figure out where
They're taking the cameras and we think they're building something. We don't know what yet, and it may be a concern. So, don't trust a gopher.
Yeah, or any animal that doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
What are you innovating when you're lonely? Probably bad stuff.
Lone wolf? Not a positive, hey man. Not positive associations with lone wolves. So, just be aware.
Be aware. Let's take it to our next. This one might be an image. Is it an image? This should be an image, and we're going to need you to describe it in a collaborative manner to us.
2 urinals
Saxophone
and a
urinal.
saxophone. The saxophone. It might be a saxophone for playing while one is peeing. Not sure.
But you pee in it.
Saxonal.
Saxonal.
Right.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, like maybe the saxophone is one of the urinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get bored, you know?
Yeah.
Jazz sucks.
What's going on?
Jazz sucks.
It's not suck. It has its merits. All right. You've really got to know your scale, like your
Math.
Yeah, your math. It's a math and musical field, jazz. But in this case, scientists are just trying to make peeing a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't know, for those of you that have been in a men's restroom with a urinal, you know there's a lot of misdirection. And part of that may be that the regular urinal design is, quite frankly, very boring. So, you may be more incentivized to pee in the right receptacle if it is a little more fun.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It splashes back on you.
But that happens with every
No,
urinal.
it makes music.
So,
Yeah. There's a lot of research that goes into this. There is a scientific study on the distance that you're supposed to pee from the urinal. A lot of men think if I get furthest away, the splash is not going to get me. But that in fact creates more trajectory for it to splash back on you.
yeah.
The urinal is shaped in a way that it fits in between your legs, like this. And if you get as close as possible, your legs are just on the edge. There's no splashback, you can't miss.
You can't miss.
I would like to pee in a saxophone.
And this is just the first trial run. We have plans for a lot of other instruments that are used as urinals. And perhaps beyond urinals. A tuba, you can go 1 and 2. It has the capacity.
Yeah. And then there's like scaffolding. We can pee and clarinets eventually, but don't start there. That's more just. Let's move on.
We should have another headline for you up here. Okay, I can read this out to you.
Out-of-body research could lead to new ways to promote social harmony.
That's right. We talked a little bit about the antisocial people. And part of that, is just, it's not super comfortable to get all dressed up and fixed up and go out and meet people. That's a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah.
So why not just astral project? And meet people that way.
Yeah.
You can do it from your home. You can do it from your bed. It doesn't matter. And, whatever you want to be, you can be
The potential
in the
is
astral realm.
endless here. Like, here's the thing. When you're astrally projecting into another dimension, you don't have to worry about small talk. We're getting straight to the deep stuff there. Because, we can literally see your soul.
That's right. You're already in another dimension. You can just bear it all without any repercussion. Right? You don't have to worry. This is another thing. You don't have to worry, about going out and meeting someone and it ends up they're a serial killer. They can't harm you.
They can't kill your soul.
That's right. You're totally safe. This just opens up so many opportunities to be more free.
Yeah. This is great for most people. The love languages. Those are acts of service, time together, words of affirmation.
Physical touch doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the one that's gonna hurt. Is when you're actually projecting, your souls can't touch.
Because then they would fuse, obviously.
Yeah. Create a super being, and super beings are bad from what we've done.
Right. The name sounds good. You think a super being, that seems great, it seems like something advantageous, but the reality is, you now have an intertwined soul with someone else, and the reality is, that's not as cool as you think.
Yeah. Anytime you put supremacy on the end of a person, it's bad.
Two people fused together, you may not have the same tastes. And that can get really tough. You know? Because like it's like when you're in the car on a road trip and
Who's driving? Both of us.
who's picking the music? Both of us playing at the same time, just an awesome time. So again, we really, if you're gonna participate in social activities through astral projection, we do recommend don't touch souls.
But you are immortal in that situation. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Just be advised. That's our advice. And that has been the real fake.